Let's talk Arkansas, Dan.
Okay.
7-6 last year. Your over-under is 5.5. Let me paint you a picture of the Hogs this year.
Please.
Headed into this season. Sam Pittman going into year 6.
Mm-hmm.
Year 6. I know they like him down there. He's coaching for his job.
Yep.
Last year, it was 7-6 campaign. They did go to a bowl. They were certainly entertaining. I do think it's fair to wonder at this point what everybody in the room is asking, and that is, does Sam Pittman know how to break through and get out of this cycle? Because the harsh reality is this. Arkansas's got one of the most difficult schedules in all of college football this year.
Yes.
I think you combine that with what has been the undercurrent of this program, being that they have had more portal departures than any other SEC program over the last 3 years. It's hard to be optimistic in the face of that. This is just not a situation where it's like they're bringing in like for like guys. Okay, we lost somebody big to Alabama. We're going to bring in somebody big from Penn State.
Yeah.
They're bringing in replacement level guys, Dan.
Yeah.
So they're doing that to fill the gaps, to build some depth. It feels like there has been a slow drain of talent out of Fayetteville, and that's not a great situation.
Right.
The good news is Taylen Green. Taylen Green's fun at quarterback. If you are optimistic about the Hogs this year, it's because you saw him last year and you said, hey, there's upside. And he said, hey, this is going to be year 2 now under Bobby Petrino. Maybe he learns a little bit. Maybe he refines his game a little bit. The best of him throws a great deep ball, can run like a deer, is a straight-up playmaker back there. The worst of him is loose with the football, fumbles a little too much, tries a little too hard to force a big play. He needs to be more consistent if they want to have any chance of hitting that over. And I think that's probably where you got to start pretty confidently with all of your Arkansas previews out there. He's got to play well. If he doesn't play well, then we're going to start talking about these other issues that could bring this team even lower. They lost their entire receiving core, right? Their top 4 guys, including Andrew Armstrong, all gone. Luke Haas, another name.
Yeah.
He transferred out. So while Taylen Green might be able to stretch the field vertically, it's a question of who's he throwing to. And if he's not consistent, it's even more of a question of can they get any pop out of this passing game?
Yeah.
I think the line will be improved. I think the line will be better. It's important that Taylen Green get some time to throw back there. It's important that there be some sort of ground game to give him a compliment so that it's not all on him. But it comes down to whether or not they can get that level of consistency out of Taylen Green. And if they can, then it's like, how far can he take them? But as a starting point, at least for this conversation, if they don't get that play out of him, it's a problem.
Yeah. And I mean, how many times have we seen a quarterback without proven receivers? And that's not to say that the transfers coming in can't be pretty good. Andrew Armstrong came in from, was it like Texas A&M Commerce? Like it was a very small, he was a D2 transfer. Yeah. So they can hit on these guys. They can evaluate and they can develop. Part of the problem with Taylen Green is he's not flawless.
No.
He himself has been a wild card. For every 3 incredible plays, there's a play that completely changes the trajectory of a game, of a half a season, of a quarter, whatever, that there are some mental mistakes going on there as well. So he needs to, we talked about if Florida has a boring year, that's a good thing. We need to say Taylen Green needs a boring season. Exciting plays, but boring in terms of decision-making, boring in terms of turnovers, boring in terms of general poise, whatever. So that's what I'm looking for from him, because he's not advantaged with what's around him from a proven perspective.
No.
He's not advantaged with the I only need to score 27 points a week because my defense can take care of business. Defense very much could not on the back end last year.
No, and that's where I was going with this next, because I'm burying the lead a little bit, starting the conversation with Taylen Green, because the most concerning bit coming into this year, or at least looking back at last, was the pass rush and the secondary.
Yep. They
got no pressure.
You need one or the other, friends.
Yeah, the spreadsheet that I look at is all red in the pass defense categories.
Yeah.
So this year you're looking at like 2 returning starters, a couple of transfers in the secondary. It is very questionable to me whether or not they're going to improve this thing. I'm not sure the pass rush is going to improve either now that Landon Jackson and some others are gone. It's like I was thinking, what was the scene? Lucille Ball in the Cookie Factory?
Chocolate,
whatever that
I
would.
think. Yeah.
Yeah, where the conveyor belt's going and she's trying to pick the cookies up and she's eating them. So it just seems like there's a lot to keep up with here on the Arkansas side, especially on defense. The one bright spot is the interior of that defensive line. The run defense is still anchored by Cam Ball, who was really solid last year. I think defensively they'll definitely show some bite against the run, but how they defense against the pass is going to be a real issue here, and probably the bigger story that will dictate success, as opposed to Taylen Green, who's important in his own right, but you got to stop people. Otherwise, it's going to be kind of a non-starter.
Yeah, and the defense did improve last year, for whatever it's worth. We saw the win against Tennessee look like a nice step forward. They did get 63 scored on them by Ole Miss a few weeks later. They just didn't seem to be the same team week to week. Like, they did a good job against Texas, keeping that close and frustrating Texas.
It wasn't even week to week. It was play to play.
It was play to play. Yeah. But then the bowl against Texas Tech, I think, you can only take so much away when there's so much roster turnover. But I think vibes are at least okay in Fayetteville right now. And by the way, shout out to you for connecting with the youth on an episode in which you're talking about how graying you are, mentioning a show that was broadcast in black and white as a reference point. Good job.
Everybody's seen that clip, though.
Nobody. You have to explain to people who Lucille Ball is in 2025.
All right. In the comments on YouTube, because apparently that helps.
Yeah.
Let me know if you're old enough to know that clip, or have seen that clip, even if you're.
Well, I think we have viewers.
Who watch the show.
I think we have viewers and listeners who get it. But
I want them all to comment, because, again, apparently
that was
helps.
Like 70 years ago.
Probably was.
Yeah. Okay. Where are we going next? South Carolina? Does that sound good?
Well, I just wanted to talk about the schedule real quick.
Oh, sorry. Continue.
You look at the schedule, you completely get why the over-under is 5.5.
Yeah.
And unless there is like a big leap forward, I can't put Arkansas in a bowl. Yeah. Road games at Ole Miss, at Memphis, which is a non-con game, which actually is a tough matchup.
It's a good year to get Memphis. They lose a lot, but yeah.
Yes. At Tennessee, at LSU, at Texas. They also play Notre Dame, another SEC team with Notre Dame on the schedule. It's at home. They get A&M at home, Auburn, Mizzou. It's tough.
Sure.
This is tough. I'm under. I'm like 4-8 for Arkansas this year.
Yeah, I think 5-7 is where I sit. I mean, look, you get Notre Dame, as you mentioned. Like, it just doesn't help with the number. The game's in Fayetteville, though, right?
It's in Fayetteville.
Arkansas is hosting. Yeah, I don't think even like letdown look ahead wise, there are some spots, but you got to have that base of like known quality that Arkansas I just don't think has in this moment. Thrilled to be surprised. I've long said Arkansas is the most college football program. Thrilled to be surprised by them this year.